Hi everyone, it's Matt here again and welcome to another Bluearth online session. Today we're out in this beautiful outdoor space in the park and I'm going to be leading you through some of the activities that we use in our moving in the environment element to help you to have fun but also to move well using the environment. And we can do this for ourselves but also with our friends and family when we choose to do so. So let's go. The first activity we're going to have a look at to move in this environment is using something like this, which you can probably find wherever you go, where you can practice some balancing and using your feet and thinking about how your body's moving to balance and balance well. So it's a little bit of a challenge for your body, but it's also fun and enjoyable. To start off with, I'm just going to step up and get comfortable first with how I balance using my feet to do that, and then try and become a little bit more upright through my body. So I'm not leaning over and tipping forward, which can take you off balance, but just getting comfortable with lengthening out. So I think about crown of the head nice and long. You can breathe to help slow things down and then use the arms to help with that balance. So as I'm moving, I'm thinking about moving well through the feet and through the body, staying upright. And the arms are helping to provide that balance and stabilisation with what is happening through the body. So once you get comfortable moving, using the arms and the legs like so, you might have a little bit of a pause and just enjoy that, knowing that you've just attempted something where you've had a little bit of balancing and it's challenged your body in a good way. You might try it again a little bit quicker. Going back again a little bit quicker. And sometimes another way to explore it, which can be really interesting, is exploring with eyes closed. So this is really different now because I've taken away my eyes, which help me balance. So I'm really relying on other things like my arms and also paying more attention to what's happening through my feet. So here I go, getting comfortable. So I'm just going to pause there, have a little bit of a rest. Sometimes when you're moving and you take away things which you rely on, you forget about other things. So I was forgetting about my breathing a little bit, and the breathing is really important. Like we talk about in Bluearth, it can help you slow down and relax so it feels better as you're moving. So I'm going to focus on that a little bit more this time. Breathing well. Just relaxing there for a moment. So there's some different things to try with your balancing and looking at different things you can use in the environment to do that and see if you can do that well. Now the next activity we'll explore is working on our balance again, but moving differently, where we get to explore jumping up and jumping back and landing well through the body. So to begin with, I'm comfortable with what I'm using here. I'm just practicing some balancing with it. So I'm familiar with what it is and I'm comfortable with the height. So it's good to set up that way early on, work to a level where you feel comfortable, and then you can extend things to progressively make it a little bit more challenging if you want to do it that way. So when I'm jumping, I'm going to be using my arms and my legs to jump up, and I'm thinking about my landing by softening through the ankles, knees and hips to stick the landing through my feet. So to start with, I can just practice jumping up and jumping back. So it's jumping up, landing well, softening the landing by bending through ankles, knees and hips to come back. The next challenge to move on from that, and challenges can be fun, is to jump up and see if you can stick the landing to stay there longer before you jump back. So again, starting off thinking about the feet, not having them too close together, too wide apart, but just falling out of the hips. I can use the arms, just getting used to that a couple of times. And now what I'm going to do is jump up and aim to stick the landing and stay there longer. All right, so there are some things there which challenge your balance in a different way, but it's enjoyable and fun. It's your turn to try it. Now this next activity is what we call cat crawling in Bluearth, and I'm going to use this bit of railing here to demonstrate. So to start off with, I'm going to take myself up onto the railing, and when you move, it's good to think about how a cat moves. So when you set up, don't have your bottom too high in the sky, lower the bottom down so the body's nice and even, keeping the spine long in this position. And then as I move, I'm going to focus on how I can move well. So staying low, using the hands, the feet, and the legs, the arms, the whole body to move. This is really good because it's challenging for our body in different ways, for our strength, for our agility, and with our balance. This next activity is vaulting. So we're going to be using our body, and when we refer to vaulting, it looks a little bit like this. So starting off, when I come in, I'm going to come in side on, and I'm going to place one hand on the rail or the piece that I'm going to use to vault over, and then scissor the legs in that motion to move over and through to the other side. So I can swap to the other side now, getting my body side on. You might take a couple of steps, and as I move through, you can see that I've shifted to the other hand. So again, a couple of steps to move into it. There's the scissors action through the legs. I'll do one more through the other side. Remember, the hand that you push off with, as you move through, you change to the other hand. Okay, so that's the first part, getting comfortable with something when you're vaulting at a lower level, and then we can change up and challenge to a higher level. Now, after you've explored the vaulting at a lower level, you might be ready to try going up to a higher level, like I'm going to demonstrate to you now. So you've built a little bit of confidence, right? Feeling good. Now's the time to challenge yourself. So if I come back, I'm giving myself a little bit of room to move into it so I can build some good momentum. And then when I'm ready, it's the same principle. So I come in and move across and come back through the other side. Good to explore through both sides of the body when you're doing any of these sort of movements, so you build some balance and strength evenly that way for yourself. So coming back. Good, so I'm going to do a couple each way. And you'll see as I start to build my confidence and get familiar with the movement, I try and make it a little bit more fluid. So I'm moving in and out more fluidly. So there we go. All right, we've changed it up a little bit. We're now in a nice playground environment, and I'm going to show you what we can do with a little bit of hanging. So starting off, when we're using our hands and arms, we can just get comfortable with lifting the feet off the ground and just hanging, which is great for strengthening through our shoulders and our body. It helps to build confidence too. Now, a little challenge when you're hanging is to see if you can let go and just hang from one arm and hand. So hanging from one arm and hand, then you might change to the other side. So this is increasing the challenge for our strength. And then we can explore hanging with eyes closed, which is nice to do too, because it takes us into the sensations and feelings around what we're noticing in our body more as we're using our hanging to explore and to challenge ourselves that way. Now, our last little activity today we're going to explore is using the playground in a different way, where I'm going to be moving under and over and through. So once I've mapped out a little path that I'm going to take, I look at that and I think about that, and I'm going to aim to move well and move through it in the best way that I can. So here I go, starting off. So the possibilities are endless. You know, when we're using the environment, we can look at different things we can challenge our body with. And that's really good because by being outside, not only are we getting healthier, we're getting stronger, we're building up confidence with what we're doing. We can share that with others and share it in great environments where we get outside, we get the fresh air, we get the benefits of the sunshine, and that's really good for our bodies and minds. So I encourage you all, get out and explore moving the environment.